Hi, my name is Zoe.
Hi, I'm Corinne.
And this is High Maintenance
Drama Queens Edition.
We are here at LCW Props
In Glendale, California.
the absolutely best place to get your props.
In fact, the happiest place on earth.
This, in fact, is where Curry and Cooper did a little bit of writing and development for the incredible movie Obsession.
Their thoughts have thunk at this very facility.
Our brains are getting bigger, we can feel it. And we are here to talk about everyone's biggest obsession.
Obsession.
Okay, so I saw it twice, took her the second time, because obviously she had to see it. What were your thoughts?
It was 2 days ago and I still have not been able to sleep properly. She dragged me to it. She was like, Corinne, you have to see this movie. And I'm like,
It's
a horror
that
movie?
good. Yeah.
A horror movie, really? And she goes, it's a psychological thriller. It's okay. It's not that gory.
On the drive there, I was honest, just not before that.
Just not before that.
Just not before that. She was like, is there gonna be any gore? I'm like, okay, let's just sit down, get a popcorn, let's not talk about it.
I still have that image of the doll with the head ingrained in my brain.
Doll with the head?
The doll with the murdered head on it. She's like dead and then she's just stuck on a doll and like in the
Sarah?
corner. Yes.
Sarah.
Yes, but she has her head on a doll. It's disgusting and oh my gosh, every time I close my eyes,
what freaks
murder
you
doll,
out?
murder doll, like genuinely.
So I would turn to my left and see her like this. Majority of the time. She's like,
no,
yeah. I mean, seeing it the second time, you kind of know what's coming, not so
Yeah.
scary, and you kind of just get to enjoy the details. So let's get into those details,
Yeah.
the nitty gritty.
I do have to say, because she told me to like pay attention to the details, I like was like scoping it out, and it's so detailed. Like it's very
It's
cool.
so well thought out.
Yeah.
There are just so many minuscule details and intricacies that
Yeah.
make it the movie that it is.
I loved the fact that they had like hearts just hidden everywhere.
I actually didn't see that. So when she told me that,
Yeah.
when we were in the car, I was like, oh.
Yeah, no, it's so
Okay.
cool, and that's actually why I picked out this watch because of the hearts on it.
Oh.
But literally, like you would walk into the scene, and on the fridge it would be like 2 hearts, or like in the window of the like, you know what I'm talking about, where Sarah's in the car with Bear, and it's on like the window. Do you know what I'm talking
On
about?
in the car?
Yeah. Sing for me.
Are you serious?
Sing, woman, sing.
I saw you dancing in a crowded room. You look so happy here when I'm with you. But then you saw me, caught you by surprise. A single teardrop falling from your eyes. I don't know why I run away. I'll make you cry when I run away.
That was amazing! That was really good.
How about the way Bear dies, literally in the same way in places as Cat?
I know.
The foreshadowing there is
Yeah.
nuts. That
I
is
was-
so good.
I was so confused when the cat died in the beginning of the movie. I'm like, what purpose did this have?
It serves a purpose.
Because I feel like horror movies just kill animals for no reason.
You know what? I agree with that. I think unnecessary killings is like the stupidest thing of all
I get
time.
it.
We'll get into it another time
Yeah.
in regards to the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Because, wow, did somebody important die for no reason. Anyways, back to Obsession.
No, but I do just say every single person that died in the movie, it made sense.
It did, yeah.
It did really make a lot of sense.
It did make sense.
Like the fact that like they almost end up killing. Okay, so it's so obvious that obviously Sarah and his friend Ian are into the other person, right?
Right.
So Ian's into what's her name? Nikki, and Sarah's into Bear.
Right.
And it's so obvious that like their codependency in their relationship makes it so everyone around them just dies in the end, and they can't survive that type of toxicity. And I
Right.
felt like that was like very symbolic for that, you know?
100%.
Like,
yeah.
when you're together with someone and you're so like just into it, everything around you just like dies and falls away as like a
Yeah.
subsidy of that, you know?
Interestingly enough, like
Yeah.
with the deeper meaning behind the movie, you know, you walk in thinking, oh, it's about this like crazy obsessive girl, but
Yeah.
when you really think about it, Obsession's about Bear being obsessed. This
Yes.
is about him fantasizing so heavily about this girl who he honestly doesn't really know that deeply.
That's a really good point, honestly.
He even says, well, you were the one who was nice to me in school, right? He's like latching onto that. He clearly has no identity or sense of self.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. And he didn't really take the time to actually... Okay, it's so funny that in the beginning of the movie, he points out all the things that would be Nikki or not. Like, what is it that he sees that he thinks that it feels like very like Nikki? And, do you know what I'm talking about?
With the necklace?
Yes, the necklace. Where he goes, oh, that's not something that Nikki would like. It's not really Nikki. But all of that just falls to the wayside when she's like deeply obsessed and in love with him. It just doesn't matter. And then it gets to the point where he's like, you're not her. But he didn't care before until she started affecting him.
I know, yeah.
You know?
I mean, it's kind of crazy the way he first is like practicing with the waitress. And then when he goes home, he's like, looking at her Instagram.
Yeah.
Like, it's nuts.
Yeah, no. He's just like so like into all that's her, but he just didn't give a fuck really like when
I know.
Once she was
I think
with him.
it was so creepy the way he was just like stalking her page.
Yes.
And then
her page also gave us like a glimpse of her true personality.
Right.
Which was hidden in a lot of the movie when she became obsessed with him, you know?
Right.
Like, it became all about Bear and what Bear would like and what would appease to Bear. And I mean, the only time that she ever lied was to kind of, like, manipulate him into, like, being okay with her, you know?
She lies quite a bit within the series, especially with saying her dad is, like, dying of cancer, which is pretty nutty. It seems like whatever has taken over her, whatever's twisted about her, will just do and say anything to appease Bear. And I feel like it's somehow, like, linked to him and his memories too, because she's like, oh, my cat died. That was the first thing she said.
Yes, yeah, I saw
and it's
that.
Like, he was like, you mean my cat? She goes, oh yeah, like, sorry about that. Super strange.
Yes.
Also in like the love sequence, her outfit where she has like the headband and kind of the puffy looking shirt.
Yeah.
That looks like the outfit of the waitress that he's flirting with.
Oh my gosh, that's
or like
a good
practicing
point.
on.
Yeah.
It's almost like connected to like him and his like memories or something. Like super strange. So
like,
I'm curious to know like how the wish works with that.
Yeah.
A lot of people have theories like, oh, is it an entity that's now taken over her?
Because that's
Is it something split within Nikki?
Yeah.
Some people even think, is it Sandy the cat? Which is a nuts take.
Right, because then also on the wish box, when you see that he reads it again,
it says Tabby Cat on it.
Yeah,
I noticed that. I haven't seen anybody talk about that, which is nuts.
And it's almost like the cat died and just like was in love with their owner so much they just wanted to be with their owner. I mean, she talks about consuming him and being in him so much. If you were the cat, wouldn't she got him to eat the cat, so it's almost like if it was the cat, he'd be consuming a part of...
What I think about that, let's say if it is the cat, the note that's like, you and not me, that's like Nikki's retaliation actually. So by feeding the cat, it's almost like your cat has like possessed me or taken over me. It's like a punishment or wake up call to Bear, I think is what it would more so be. Also, how many times within the movie is Nikki making a bunch of things like for the cat?
Yeah.
Like the memorial thing, saying the flowers are for Sandy. Like there's always weird connection there with like the cat.
No, it's
super
weird. It's super weird. And that scene where he eats it.
I know. So gross. I know.
You like have a split second.
You
where
sit there and
you're like,
verdict
yeah,
cat? Like what's the what? And then it's like, oh, like you realize it with him. You know? I feel like there's so many pieces within the movie where you like experience things with them, like the duct taping door, right? I think it's so interesting. They play with the camera. You see Bear like sickly, and you're like, uh-oh, what is it? And then you see the duct tape. Usually they just like show it and it's done. But showing the reaction of the person before, it kind of creates that already like, uh-oh, what is it? You know? And it creates that unsettling feeling.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I think it's interesting Curry Barker having the background he does with his dad having like a background in psychology and him as well. Because they definitely play into that. They definitely use the fact of like music to like fuck with your head and like even just silence. The way they just like cut off music is freaky. The movements, that's another thing. The movements are also cat-like.
Yes.
You know?
Very. Yeah.
It has been confirmed by Curry though, that's not what it is. It's almost like something within Nikki like snaps or changes. It is Nikki. It's not an entity. It's not the cat.
Okay, because I was very strange. Like throughout the entire movie, I'm like, oh, so it's like an separate entity that's in her body, because that's what
That's
it
how
seems
I saw it the
And then you were
first
like,
time.
no, but
and
it's
yes,
because-
exactly.
Yeah.
And it's interesting. You hear that with Ian going, something within her snapped. You know, they say
Yeah.
stuff like that, like with the stick of the willow tree and all this stuff.
I mean, my entire thing is, if it's not a separate entity, then what's with the phone call where he calls
That's
up to...
what I was thinking
Yeah,
too.
like, how did
it's almost
that-
like her soul is in a different place, and her
Yeah.
her saying, "Oh, she's sleeping," or "It's sleeping," right?
Yeah.
Like, it's interesting.
I totally thought it was like a different thing inside her.
Right.
You know, like it was just felt like...
And you know, the way they present Nikki at the very beginning is very down to earth, calm. Like, they
Yeah.
even use a lot of costume design for like silver and blue, like to showcase that. And then there's like that complete shift when she almost becomes this
Yeah.
different person, wearing a lot of red, then wearing gold, which is connected to Sarah wearing gold, and she can tell like, oh, Bear's starting to like Sarah. She starts trying to like look like Sarah.
Yeah.
And then that's another thing where, you know how Sarah's wearing beige and gold? In the first scene, we see Bear at the trivia night.
Oh, yes. Yeah,
So
yeah.
then what does Nikki wear when they go to the dinner? And she's like, no. She's wearing a beige top and
Oh my
gold
gosh.
jewelry.
You're right.
She's then realizing, oh, Bear is starting to like Sarah. I need to succumb to that.
Yeah.
You know? Like things like that.
Yeah, I also noticed that it was so interesting because you later on find out that Ian and Nikki hook up.
Right.
Like before the movie started. And it's so interesting how they showed their different like type of relationship before she turns into that evil person. Like how Nikki reacts with Ian and her dynamic with Bear in the beginning, you
completely
know?
different.
Like she kind of leans on Bear for this like emotional support, you know, which is kind of like this trap that a lot of girls get into where they feel emotionally connected to a guy and he has feelings for her, but
It's
she doesn't
always,
really...
it's just a friend. And
Yes.
it feels like, oh, the second I
Yes.
connect with a guy or I'm kind with them, they
Yes.
immediately think it's something more.
And it's like to the point where it's like it literally like just destroys her life, which is crazy to think about.
Yeah,
But
completely.
she's a lot more physical with Ian right off the bat. Like they don't have a problem roughhousing, you know,
Right.
like where like put like, oh, you're so funny, or not like that, but like
No,
oh,
I get what
like,
you're saying, yeah.
You know, like they have no problem with that, but they also like clash heads emotionally.
Right. I
They
mean,
don't get
even
along.
the way Ian describes Nikki versus how Bear perceives her.
Yes.
In the beginning, where he's like, Nikki doesn't like that stuff. Like, just play around with her. Call her Freaky Nikki. Also, way to set him up for failure,
right?
man. What an op. Like, that was so fucked.
he so did it on purpose.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
So, the first time I saw it, I got to the theater late.
yeah.
So, seeing that beginning portion of where Ian's genuinely sabotaging Bear, that was my first time seeing that. And I was like,
Yeah.
that is making so many different things click.
Yeah, and it's also so interesting because you have two characters that are on the outside of the relationship. So you have Nikki and Bear in the middle, and then you have Sarah that has a thing for Bear, and then you have Ian that has a thing for Nikki.
Right.
And you see how they talk to the other person differently, you know? Like Sarah almost condones and victimizes
Yeah.
what Bear's doing, when in reality you find out that Bear's really the villain, you know what
Bear
I
is
mean?
the villain of the,
Yeah,
of
like,
this- of the movie, for
I'm
sure.
sorry. Who would have a sandwich with a dead cat in it and go, oh,
Inside
she's
joke?
just being weird?
Oh, how
Or, like,
about,
the
oh my God.
memorial? Like, I'm sorry.
How about when she's like, kill me? And he was
Yes.
like, well, what would be so bad about being with me? Like,
what a
it's,
bitch.
it's sad to say, I know a lot of guys like this.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I've been in this
Yeah.
position before. Like,
Yeah, it's just, it was so, and the movie was really comedic at times because it took like something that like happens so often in relationships that people joke
Right.
about and make fun of. And
like the boys' night?
Yes, and like amps it up, and it's like relatable, but also
Right.
like horror because like she's killing people.
Right.
over it,
He's
you
like,
know?
no, I do want you to come. Well, if you wanted me to come, you would have said so. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Her
That's
voice.
so...
She's an amazing actress.
She's
like, her
incredible.
voices,
Indy
I
Navarrete
can't.
is an incredible actress.
Yeah.
Bear played a garbage human being in the best way
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah.
Like, they genuinely
True.
did such a good job. And it's all faces we haven't really seen before.
Yeah,
Not to
I
say they
love
haven't
that.
been in projects, but nothing as big as this. Like,
Yeah.
I loved seeing like a fresh new face, genuinely.
I agree, and they were talking about like with Nikki, it's like a face that moves. Like her face has so
Right.
much like character to it, and she can do so
Right.
much for it.
And
which
you
is
think
so-
it's all like
yeah.
fake, but that's really her making those
Yeah.
faces. It's nuts.
And I mean, it really shows how like Botox and plastic surgeries have impacted like the
And
filming
ruined,
industry.
honestly,
You know,
yeah.
we got so used to like adapting to plastic surgeries and Botox.
Right.
you
Well,
know?
yeah. I'm just thinking of Stranger Things with Millie Bobby Brown. She's like, Mike Hopper, like, with the Botox. I think it mainly bothers me when it's like a time period piece, especially.
Yes, that bothers me a lot. Also, can we talk about, I'm sorry, but can we talk about like the sex scenes that are like so in all of those like time period movies? Why? Like they're supposed to be like classic.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of sex scenes where she's like, oh yeah,
yeah, no, I know, right? I'm like,
that's so great, Bear.
okay, but what I love about it is that his wish is that she loves him more than anyone in the world, yet she still doesn't enjoy the sex. She still doesn't enjoy it.
How
Like,
about
can
the
we
fact
talk
that
about
he wished for her to love him more than anyone in the world and still was gonna cheat?
I know.
What's
my
that
gosh.
about? Like,
I know. And I really think it shows the difference between like obviously like obsession versus like love, because he doesn't
Right.
actually, he's a lover boy. Like you can see from the start that he's like he's a nice guy. He's a typical nice guy,
Right.
but he's definitely more of a lover than a stoic person. Like he
Right.
likes giving people gifts. He like wants to find her something.
but
to
is
be,
that
like,
because he's a
hopeless
good
romantic.
person or because he doesn't know who he is? Like, I genuinely don't think he knows who he is. And that's
Oh,
shown a lot
100%.
even with like costume, right? There's nothing that like shows a sense of self.
Yeah.
Him being in his grandma's home, he doesn't have anything of his up except for like a couple posters, and everything of his grandma's
Yeah.
is there or boxed up. There's still boxes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He doesn't really know who he is.
Well, I think you can be a lover type or I say lover girl because, you know. But, like, I think you can be a hopeless romantic without actually genuinely being a kind person. Like, it's just, like, a
Right.
mode of how you interact in a relationship. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he
like
definitely...
a love language thing.
Yes, and he's definitely the type to want to, like, find something for her and feel like he's
But is it
giving
because
something.
it's feeding something within him?
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, like I
Yeah.
feel like it just comes from such a deeply selfish behavior. It's
Well,
just
he
so
is
deeply
selfish.
selfish.
You
Oh,
see
100%.
that he's extremely selfish.
You see it so often.
Yes. Also, you know what I found to be really interesting is at the very beginning of the movie, she's begging Bear to go to the trivia night with them. And he doesn't want to go, but he won't tell her why. And he's coming up with excuses as to like how not to go. And I
Right.
just found it interesting that like he's so into this girl and she's literally begging him to go and say, like, hang out with her. And
She
he's
gave him
like,
an open invitation to
Yes.
say that he likes her. Like,
Yes.
whoa.
You know what?
Everyone in the theater was like, come on, man.
I know,
Like,
right? No, but when she was in the car with him and like seeing how her like character, like herself, like fighting to get to the front, you know what I mean? Like when she
Like,
first
after
is
he
in
snaps
the
it, you're
movie
saying?
and she's after he snaps it.
She's like, whoa, I'm being so
Yes.
weird.
Also, what I found interesting is like it seems that because his wish was based around a person, it almost had side effects because it's like fighting against her own free will. But like Ian's wish didn't really have any
So
side
it's like
effects.
because it's inconsequential, technically.
Yeah. I mean,
You can argue the issue is like the government sees you have all this money, where did it
Yeah.
come from? At most, but like,
I don't know.
I mean, there's no soul to money. I don't know if that's maybe a connection
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, and I don't know, just
Yeah.
that when Bear was in the car with Sarah, I know we already talked about it, but when he was in the car with Sarah, it was so crazy seeing him like
I mean,
almost...
I was crushed. Not as crushed as
Yeah.
Sarah, but I was definitely crushed.
I
See
know,
her
because
go.
I'm like, this man who's so in love with her can just like... And then the way that she crashed in through the window, I was like...
That was nuts. I mean, you know it's coming, right? You're sitting the whole
Yeah.
time like, oh shit. But then you see a little bit of a love sequence, and it's like, I was to your left, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, and then boom, and then boom, boom, boom. Like, it's like, okay, enough. And it like keeps going
Yeah.
until she doesn't have a face. Like, it's
Yeah.
nuts.
Also, they were so low budget that they only had very few like scene rooms that they were in, you know?
Yeah, but it made it feel so like almost at home.
Yes.
Like I loved it, honestly.
I think it made it really
filmed in 20 days, nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, filmed all within Burbank, even more nuts. I mean,
Yeah.
some of the props are even from here. Like, that's so
true.
cool and crazy. Curry and forgot his other name, but him and his roommate. They were both here, and I think that's so cool.
It is really cool. It is really cool.
I'm breathing the same air as them. Can you smell the
obsessed.
stardom? Can you?
It's in the air.
Smells like success.
and a little bit of obsession.
So, what's very interesting is that Curry confirms this is like a part of Nikki that somehow snaps. It's not an entity, not the cat, right?
Yeah.
So how does that then work? A lot of theories online is like the part of Nikki that what once was like nutty or crazy kind of takes over. Because they talk about her in high school being Freaky Nikki.
That's true.
They say she used to be on MDMA, like she used to do acid a lot.
Yeah.
So they just think, oh, she's back on it again. So she's acted kind of like this before, right? So it kind of makes you wonder, like, is it just a piece of her?
Well,
A forgotten, like, now changed piece? Because now you see her as a very mellow, honestly good person. You even see her, like, getting the $20 from Sarah to give to the homeless person.
Well, if this is a part of her, does that then make her complicit for the murders? Because the feeling that you
That's
get
an
at the end
interesting
of
question.
the movie is that, oh, this was done to her. Because if it's not her doing it, you don't see her at fault for her actions.
Right.
But if it is a part of her that's come to the surface, split in half or whatever, that then would make her complicit for the murders. This is something that deep down she was then capable of doing.
I mean, everyone's capable, right? If they snap enough, if you love someone more than anything in the world, and that is your main goal out of life, everything, you know what I mean? I wouldn't be so surprised. It is an interesting question, though. Absolutely.
She's the one that's gonna. She's
out of us, probably.
No, but there are some people that just, no matter what, you could say that some people just would not be able to murder someone, no matter what.
I don't know. I mean, then that part of them would have never existed, right? There's never the person that was the Freaky Nikki, super obsessive, super crazy, taking drugs.
I mean, because you see,
then that person would have never been that at all.
He's always been a wimp. Even when it got to the point where he was trying to kill him, you know, like, he was taking the least painful option, no offense.
Right.
You know what I mean? But, like, it was so in his character and in his being that he can't kill.
Right. You know what's really interesting that I just realized that goes to show how selfish that he is?
Huh.
His cat dies because of him. He carelessly leaves out the pills. He never says it's
my
my fault. He never goes,
gosh, yes.
it's on me. He just cries like a little bitch and is like, oh, poor me, my cat's dead. It's your fault.
Yes.
You were careless.
He
never actually takes responsibility. He never says I'm sorry. And even when he tells Sarah about it, doesn't tell Nikki, but then he tells Nikki, but we don't see that.
Yeah, he just says his cat dies. He doesn't say how it happens because he knows it sounds horrible.
He doesn't take responsibility
at all
for anything, honestly.
Yeah, he really doesn't.
I mean, again, clear as day how he's selfish. Can I alter my wish?
Yeah.
Not can I cancel it, can I alter my wish?
And I mean, let's be so for real, maybe I'm just a superstitious type, but like, I would immediately been like, oh, I accidentally cast a spell, like I accidentally made a wish, like this is a problem. But it's almost like he knows right from the start, and you're sitting there as the audience thinking that he's still trying to figure it out, but honestly, I think that he knew from the start. I think that from the start, he knew that this was like a wish, and that, because I'm sorry, but the next day he literally wakes up with his cat surrounded by a memorial dead in the center. She dug him up.
And that's a popular question online too.
Yeah.
When would you get out? Like, when was the point that would freak you out the most?
So it's like, honestly,
question.
I just think that he knew the whole time, and he was okay with it as long as he was good on some. You know,
I think he was lying to himself for a long time. You know what I mean?
I think he just didn't give a fuck. I think he didn't care.
I think he didn't give a fuck nonetheless, but even when he was like, oh my god, it's not real, like that didn't really change anything for him.
Yeah.
I mean, when he was like, oh my god, it's not real, then he was like, but Sarah, let me go meet her in the park and get freaky, you know? Like,
I'm sorry, it got to the point where he literally, at the end of the movie, his two only friends that we've seen are dead, and he tries offing himself and then decides to spit it back up.
Oh yeah,
so that way he can go back into the horror show and like figure it out and like be with her, you know. And then they talk about how
had she not snapped the stick, interestingly enough, she wouldn't have saved herself.
Exactly,
she almost saved herself in a really weird way.
Exactly, and I mean, he's constantly being told to care for things. I mean, when he calls the guy and asks for like a refund on his wish or to alter the wish, he's told that Nikki is his responsibility now. It's just the same way as his cat is his responsibility to take care of, yet he's doing a really horrible job of it. Like, he knows that she's under a spell, and he's gonna, go out for a boys' night? I'm sorry.
Right.
Like what?
Let's get into the boys' night. Talk about awkward, okay?
I know. Can you imagine being one of the friends?
So awkward. This is also another example of where costume design is like used to show she's not herself.
Yeah.
So the costume designer actually speaks about how she feeds into the male gaze now with these clothes, right? So you see this tiny little shirt, and it's red, and these tiny little shorts and boots.
Yeah, and it's also, I mean, if you're like a fashion girly and you're on Instagram a lot, like her first outfit in the beginning of the movie is very trendy to what girls like and would see and are scrolling online.
That's true.
Whereas the second one, like, yes, obviously it's on social media of what girls wear, but it's like...
It's a specific trope of like the girl who likes to wear crystals and go to the bookstore vibe, you know?
And so that's like definitely a trope that's more garnered towards other women because guys have notoriously been turned off by like spiritual woo-woo, you know what I mean?
Or bomber jackets.
Yes,
you know, you
bomber
see her
jackets.
pretty like covered. She's just kind of dressing as herself.
But it's very stylish and on trend for women our age. You know what I mean? So it shows that she has a personality. She has a style that
she definitely has.
into.
Yeah, she's a person. Like she actually knows who she is.
Yes.
Even with like speaking about her writing and her passion, like Bear's like, oh, what do I do now? Like you don't have a sense of self.
And I'm sorry, but like
so you're latching onto somebody else because
Yes.
you think they're aspirational.
And Bear's so dramatic. I don't open up about myself. You told me about that I don't open up about myself. Like that
There's
was
nothing
so
to
dramatic.
open up about. You're
like
a boring ass fucking boy.
I know.
Like, Jesus.
Like as if like telling someone what your goals and aspirations are in life is like some top secret information. Like, you know, like guys that are
I
like
mean,
that.
even him saying the food critic thing, obviously it's kind of a joke. You never hear once or other. You don't even see him cook. When do you see the guy cook? Like, he's not actually into food. He's just like picking at something, you know? Like,
it's like, you know, like those guys that post on Instagram that are like, my ops are gonna hate this. And you're like, what ops? What ops?
no one's paying attention to you. But back to the party. What I also found to be super crazy, like a crazy detail.
Yeah.
You hear about how like Sarah and Nikki had a talk and she's like, I see Bear as a brother, right?
Yes.
So then you see Nikki read the monologue, right? That she writes.
Her monologues are fire. You haven't seen a show in that long where you're like, oh my gosh,
it makes your skin crawl. Not even just the verbiage, but the way she delivers it. But she's talking. I don't know if you like could kind of put the pieces together of what she was saying.
Wait, quick question. Was it her original monologue or was it?
Yes.
Oh, because
it's Nikki wrote it. Like Nikki.
I was like listening to the first one and I'm like, this sounds almost like a weird twisted story of like Hansel and Gretel.
And that's what it is. It's Hansel and Gretel because she says she sees him as a brother.
Yeah.
She's saying like, if you were my brother, I still want you. Yeah, I see you as a brother, but like, it's even more. It's the love only the branch of a willow tree can bring. Like she's saying like, yeah, I see you as a brother. That's even more special than not seeing you as a brother. It's like a twisted way of saying how much she loves him. So she literally says verbatim, if you tried to leave me, I'd cut off your meat and shove it in me. Like, nuts shit. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, so it's almost like the spell took the love or something that was already there and amplified it, so it was always gonna be...
It's manipulating it. Well, she only says it after she finds out that Bear knows about the conversation that her and Sarah had.
Yeah.
So she's just consistently moving parts to, like, keep him around in a way, you know?
I just found it very interesting how, like, there's this thing around the consuming again, you know, with Hansel and Gretel, where it's, like, they get fattened up to be consumed, you know, and it's like...
I mean, to be obsessed is to be consumed. And that's what happens with Bear. Again, Bear is the one who's obsessed. And what is he doing? Like, looking at her stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, just to brush on the subject of, like, most horror movies are so gory and they have so much money put behind it, but the movie, like, there was gore to it, but it wasn't over the top. We were like, slasher, you know what I mean?
It had a plot.
Yeah.
It was a deep-seated plot. And, I mean, this is a storyline that you've seen before, Wish Gone Wrong, right?
Yeah.
But they did it in such a unique way.
Yes.
And with such a minuscule budget, minuscule amount of time, not the biggest actors in Hollywood, and I'd argue it's movie of the year, one of the movies of the year.
I could see this being something that people talk about for years to come, honestly.
It's a very good movie.
It's a very good movie.
everyone can agree. It's what on Rotten Tomatoes, like almost
Yeah.
100%. It's like 95.
This isn't something new we're saying. Like,
Yeah,
this
it's
is
crazy.
like-
Everyone's obsessed with Obsession.
Yeah. And I mean, just to put it out there, she did see it the first time before
I did.
it became like...
I saw it day of.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
It's true. Shout out to
When
my
it
little
first came
brother.
out. Yeah.
I'll give him that one. He was like, we have to see it. And I'm like, nah.
Yeah, but it's just amazing
It's super good.
how much it almost brings us back to this roots of like, because people are always complaining about how much budgeting people have for films and how like minimal and like unrealistic it looks. Like people are always talking about with the Avatar movie, you know. I haven't seen it, but people always complain about it, you know, people being my brother. But but I mean, they had such little budgeting, and it's amazing to see a team like still put you on edge and like be like, okay, where is she?
I know,
And it's like at all times you're trying to figure out where she is, and they move the camera so he's not always front and center, because you're like, oh, someone's missing here.
Yeah,
like,
the way
where
they
is
play
she?
with sound, the way they play with the camera, the way they play with lighting, right? These are all things that don't necessarily cost a lot of money, but made it the movie that it is. I mean, aside from the incredible plot and the incredible actors. I mean, Indy Navarrete.
Yeah. I just
amazing.
Love movies that will take a
all
simple
of it. Megan
plot
Wallace, like, also
and
amazing.
Make it amazing. I think that's amazing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, 10 out of 10. You should watch.
Go watch
If you,
Obsession.
you know,
You'll be obsessed, just like us.
If you don't want to sleep for 2 days, let's see if I can sleep tonight, guys. Wish me luck.
My problem is when it's dark.
No,
like,
literally.
I'm like, oh my god, my eyes are shut. She's gonna come and get me. So random, I know.
Literally.
Okay. What's that sound?
What is this?
Are we out of time?
All right, everyone. Well, that's our time.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next time.
Like Bear, running out of time.